grinders. Welcome to Hank's Think Tank, where I cover the craziest, the cringiest, and the most unbelievable man in MMA news. We got quite a humdinger this time for you guys, troopers and grinders, from crazy stuff involving future title fights to strange short films from UFC fighters of all people to accidental injuries, weird shit on Twitter, and financial deals that are leading to lawsuits and future scary, how to put it, stakes for the UFC. And I think you know the case that I'm talking about, troopers and grinders. We are live for Hank the Tank's whole news coverage for the last weekend of MMA and beyond. Very strange and very productive week of news, I must say. I got a shit ton of news for you this time, troopers and grinders. Hello, JL. JL's been, you think that he's taking the L, but he's really taking the W's, troopers and grinders. JL knows more about MMA than all you casuals out there. He totally bets on fights, and he doesn't just choose certain guys that he likes that are in main event spots. And nonetheless, good old JL is here, the JW, should I say. Hey, In the Granite is here. He's a grizzly old vet, my man. In the Granite. He's used to having himself a scrap. Oh, I'll save you from Bluto olive oil. Good old In the Granite is here. He's gonna get me wet, see? Remember that meme, guys? The good old Prince Farquaad when he wears those freaking glasses and he's just like, Oh, we got everybody here. JW, that's right. Let's go, Sven Svensson. My name is Sven Svensson from Switzerland. Sucks for no Chris Barnett this weekend. I know that's quite the bit of MMA news in and of itself, isn't it, Sean Moody? It's a travesty. Although at least the Taffa brother Jr. has another big power puncher that he has to deal with, so it's not going to be a boring carpetbagging experience. Let's hope not. Gee. Yeah, it's definitely not me. No, it's not you whatsoever. Granite is here. Street Sweeper came through today because we had Dusty Woes, baby. And let me tell you, when the man isn't coming to town and taking care of your neighborhoods and sweeping them streets, you're getting goddamn bronchitis in your lungs, baby. You can't even take your dog out for a walk. That's hard times, baby. That's hard times, Ric Flair. You don't know nothing about dusty sidewalks, baby. Chummy Boy is here as well. Good old Kobe Wiggle. Kobe is here. And so is In the Granite. Once again, In the Granite is here. New kind of screen today. Well, the reason why, troopers and grinders, is that I've spent so much time streaming and actually having an online job and doing my best for you, my damn audience, that I wore out the battery for my battery replaced. Easy fix, free cost, Apple Care, that's nice. But until then, you're either going to be seeing me on here, or you are going to be seeing me here. So get ready, guys. Where Skatesman is with me for the preview and pick streams, as well as the recap streams, as well as the post-show streams for Dana White's Contender Series, and that's wrapping up soon. So I check in for the last week, as well as the post-show streams for the big boxing and UFC shows. So expect to see him on Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays, and maybe Tuesdays. So that is usually when Skatesman is around. But when the week when it's weekdays, Hank the Tank is at play. So let me tell you guys. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I got some good shit. It's all good. Speaking of which, In the Granite had a live stream recently where he interviewed a few people and he knows, man. A few good friends from way back, see? And they had a good conversation regarding MMA and all sorts of MMA news. So if you want your fix of MMA shit before Hank the Tank show, you can always tune into In the Granite because he's got that wise guy experience regarding the best in combat sports. See, don't you know he got the poster of Muhammad Ali knocking out Sonny Liston in the background, see? So he's got his own Boston perspective to bring to combat sports. In the Granite is a legend, you guys. Grind. The hustle never stops. And that's why I call all of you the troopers and grinders. Isn't that right? I love this show. Yes, sir. And one of the big reasons why you love this show is because Hank the Tank's got the news. So let's look into the news, shall we? My first bit of MMA news coming at ya. we have some news regarding the strange three-way feud, or should I say just three-way, going on between Juliana Pena, Kayla Harrison, and Amanda Nunes. Hey, I'd watch the three-way between them. Sean Strickland probably would too. Here's the thing, you guys. I usually don't like the lesbos until I see them going at it on the sidewalk, and then it's okay with me. I just like to watch you guys. But Amanda Nunes recently posted a cringy-ass video of herself dancing to a Brazilian song very slowly due to her man duh level testosterone and musculature. She tagged Dana in the crap TikTok. She tagged Dana in her crap TikTok, but then again, what TikToks aren't crap? Telling him to call her because she apparently wants to return to the sport. My God, she's back. And better than ever, and everybody missed her. Isn't that right, guys? You all missed Amanda Nunes, right? Pena must be thrilled about Nunes' big announcement. She hasn't shut up about her and their failed trilogy fight since she's gotten the bantamweight belt back, and has practically ignored any and all hype regarding her potential fight with Kayla Harrison, saying that she hasn't watched her fight with Ketlin Vieira, but from what her coaches said, she's largely disappointed in her win, so she's not interested. It's Dana's company, and him and his staff booking the matchups, not you, Gold Digger. This is better than the guru bullshit, I tell you that. I'll tell you what, Bobby, I'll tell you what. Yes, sir. Well, I have my biases. I will not tell a lie. I do have my biases, but I don't make videos about them. Unless I make a big-ass video essay, which I'm planning to do in the very soon future. But that's based on facts. Guru is too, JL, by the way. But I'm not as instant in my reactions. Amen, brother. Yes, sir. It is not her company. Pena beats Kayla. I am delusional. Well, thank you for at least admitting that, JL. Finally, we live in a world of knowledge and reason. And for once, and this rarely ever happens, but JL admits to a bias. And he admits to saying something that he knows that he doesn't mean, which he's kept up in there. He's kept in there for a long time. So he's finally let loose, and it's good that he's finally come out, good old JL. But he keeps these things hidden. But he's good. Speaking of Jon Jones. Anyway, one reason why Harrison could have had such a mediocre performance against Vieira was her pissing blood and having to be hospitalized a week before fight day, showing that her massive weight cut down to women's bantamweight from featherweight has in fact been taking a toll on her, guys. Will that same weight cut affect her equally as much when she fights Pena, not Nunes, Pena, for the first belt? And is she a possible fade at women's bantamweight in the future? You be the judge. Hey, what I'm saying, JL? You're talking about Roman Dolidze like he's gonna be the future GOAT, okay? There's certain guys like Gamrot, okay? You got to admit when these guys have their flaws a little bit. You keep it locked up. What's good? BMF, that is me. And I will be talking about the BMF belt in the future, Troopers and Grinders, because it's about to come up in a very interesting and recent bit of MMA news. So look forward to that. Kayla looked sloppy against Vieira in the third round, to be honest. Yeah, she looked really bad against her in the second round as well. She couldn't even get any takedowns, and I think she was getting outlanded on the feet too. So I thought it was 1-1 going into the third round of their fight, and for good reason. For good reason. In the future, Kayla got checked. She didn't get fraud checked. She just got semi-checked, according to Lane. Okay, all right, that's half a fraud check. I'll take it. I still think she's got enough to beat Pena, personally, just because I think that Pena's style is very simple, and she tends to get taken down rather easily at times. So Pena could beat her. She could beat her, but I don't think she will. I'll also refer to your first comment. But if she has the right game plan, she really works on that takedown defense, she might be able to. But unfortunately, she's just got that featherweight size, guys, and that featherweight, not weight, but power, and that stature. So it'll be hard for anybody to beat her, really. Maybe Amanda Nunes can catch her clean with something, but I don't think Pena's striking is on the same level that Amanda's is. So, but who knows? She proved me wrong against Raquel Pennington, and she might just prove me wrong again. But the fact that Pena's really trying to avoid match up with Harrison at all costs right now might tell me that she's a tiny bit afraid of her. But we'll see. So anyway, why don't we go on for a few more minutes, troopers and grinders, before I get to my next big news story? Actually, I have to put up my a little mask that on the door that keeps the audio out from the rest of the house. Very good to have. It's like MMA Guru had at one point, troopers and grinders. There we go. Hopefully it won't be a main event. Yeah, we got to pray to God it won't be a main event. For the UFC's own pocketbooks, we better hope that it's not a main event. I just don't know what they're doing when they have only women's coaches on Tough that not a lot of people really care about and aren't really driving up the hype. I mean, unless it's Juliana Pena and she's delusional enough, she could actually add some beef to the rivalry, maybe. God, can you imagine Pena versus Harrison on Tough next year? God help us all. But yeah, I just feel like, and it's just a sad state of reality that not a lot of women's main events draw pay-per-view or money. That's just fact. I don't think I've what's the biggest women's main event in terms of pay-per-view buys? I'm pretty sure it's like maybe 200, 300, 400. I mean, there was UFC 200, but they put Nunes versus who else? Was it Holm? I think it was someone else, or Tate. They put that as a main event on UFC 200. I swear to God, they were just doing that to pretend like women's main events can actually draw money. But no, they do not compare to famous male fighters in the UFC. So it's just a bad mistake. And I don't know why the UFC does it. Like, I think it's at the point where they don't really care about money, but rather just having a sense of personal satisfaction for the people booking the show. So yeah, it's just dumb, man. I think it would make a great co-main event. In fact, it could even headline a fight night, and I think it would get a lot of traction, especially in terms of like if you actually put it on ESPN or an actual television station. I think it would draw viewers, but I don't think it draws pay-per-view. Nice quilted blanket. Thank you very much. Pena is the biggest name, to be honest. She has a personality. That is true, but if Harrison beats her, and if she beats Nunes too, she might actually, I think she'll try supersede both of them as a bigger name. Just because she has that Ronda Rousey appeal of, oh, I can get these women down easily and beat them fairly quickly. And she can, honestly, I think she has a way better chance of delivering a good promo than Amanda Nunes can. So I think she has the potential to be a bigger star than both of them, especially when she's more technical than both of them. What it do, Hank, SkateTank crew. Hey, man, Liz. Think tank for Hank the Tank. Jones and DC fell through. That's why. Oh, yeah. See, that was supposed to be a co-main event, not a main event. So it's clear that the UFC knows that they're, unless it's Ronda Rousey, you're not going to sell a pay-per-view on the name value of a female fighter alone. Dana lies again. I will get to that, Kobe Wig. I will get to it. It was in the description. Lane is here again. No more women's MMA co or mains, in my opinion. So, in your opinion, where did the title fights go? Should those be on the feature fight? The problem with that is that you then have to have 3 title fights for your shows, and just the way that scheduling works with MMA, I think it's harder to get 3 title fights these days, especially with the politics of a lot of these fighters. So I don't know if it's possible. You could definitely put them at the main event of a fight night, but if you have them in a feature fight position, you'd have to have 2 other men's championship bouts after that, and that's a hard thing to book. I'll be right back. Sounds good in the granite. God bless you, mensch. Wish UFC would have a Royal Rumble. That would be fire. Yes, sir. Just put 30 fighters in one cage and just have at it, man. Health codes be damned. And they're just smearing in each other's blood and getting all sorts of diseases and viruses all over each other. They'll never be the same after that. Never. That'd be fantastic. Early prelims. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a good spot to like get people into the card, like have it at the very end. It's like, oh man, a title fight's happening. I gotta tune into this, and then you're like, oh, that was a fun fight. women's style fight. That's sort of a rare statement, unless it's fucking Grasso versus Shevchenko 2, and even Zhang Wei Li has a stinker every now and again. But hey, this title fight was huge, big stakes. Oh, it was fun. Now I can tune into the pay per view. That makes sense for sure. But the UFC is so bought out by their idea of, oh, we have to be equal no matter what the disparate quality in performances between happens to be between these two genders. So we're going to show that we are equal and loving to everybody, so that we overall push the UFC as a product, but not as a business trying to make money. Sometimes the women's MMA fights are good, that is true, but the UFC has been rough for champs, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we're at the point where we had Raquel Pennington as a women's bantamweight champion. It's bad. It is getting bad, and on top of that, I think Valentina Shevchenko is just losing more and more of her luster the more she shoots these takedowns in her fights, because they are producing horrid fights. Literally, the only reason she had a fun fight with Grasso is because Grasso was keeping it on the feet or reversing the takedowns. I like Alex, not his biggest fan, but for champs for entertainment and excitement, it's been brutal. Bilal, Marab, Valentina. Holy shit, is this the same JL I've been talking to for the last 2 years? What happened to Jay, dude? Who replaced him? Who killed him and took his place and hacked into his account? Bilal is boring, JL? Are you kidding me? I never thought you'd say that. I thought Gamrot was the GOAT. I bet Catelyn Clark would take a fight tomorrow and win. Yeah, their women's divisions are in that sort of state. Just sad, really, because Contender Series has been bringing in so much talent, but I just feel like the old guard of these women is just not shifting at all, and they're just keeping these horrible names on top. Nunes' retirement really put a wrench in the works as well, because I don't think anyone was interested in Myra Bueno Silva and Pennington. The fact that Holm was still around for like 2 or 3 years, despite being clearly washed and out of her prime, crazy. All that fucking Marab leaning, and that's the thing. That is becoming a fucking epidemic and a problem, troopers and grinders, with all these fucking boring ass and cowardly fighters leaning against their opponents up against the fence, trying to win and maintaining their spots in these rankings, and it's horrible for business. Yeah, I'm a Bilal fan, but I'm not going to lie and act like he's some exciting prospect. Yeah, I agree. Well, again, we're in an era of admissions with JL, and you know what? You love to see it. Why don't they just have women's heavyweight 150 pounds and above? That'd definitely be a spectacle. If you had the Craig Jones Invitational, you had those face-to-face interviews. Oh my God, the UFC would be making bank. Yeah, larger weight classes for women would be cool. It'd be fucking badass too. Fucking giant rows of fat just fucking swinging everything they have at each other to put their fucking asses out. That'd be crazy. I think people would actually pay for that. Hank the Tank in the UFC. Hey, quiet down, Ted. Quiet down. My mama ain't raised no bitch, baby. I got to highlight evil like real. I got to highlight real like Evil Knievel. I got the swagger like Elvis Presley, and I'll be damned if I ain't handsome. Ain't the Tank in the UFC. Look at this bicep. All right, enough Nate the Train impressions. God damn it. God, I'm losing my voice already, and it's only been 20 minutes. Scheiße! What is up, Paradox the Chat? Let me tell you something, troopers and grinders. You got to fucking donate, you guys. That fucking cash up and the fucking PayPal. Goddamn donate. Okay, guys. We say this, but women's featherweight didn't really go well, did it? Yeah. And that was just, it was almost like a Chaudhry and 1FC problem of we don't even have enough talent for this to be a good division. We have one women's featherweight who's really good, and the division, these featherweight divisions aren't even prospering in other regional promotions. So we got like 1 or 2 good women on top. Same thing with bantamweight, and there's just no quality to the division overall because we didn't invest in it fully at all. We just need to let women do steroids. We need to let them all do steroids. Come on, let's be like KSW, you guys. If a few people can cheat, hey, everybody can cheat. Come on, guys, let's make it fair and equal, shall we? You would assume the women's featherweights would just be bantamweights, not cutting weight to make the class. Yeah, and also, guys, I would personally endorse an atomweight division in the UFC, women's atomweight, because what I've seen from these women's atomweights in Japan and in Thailand, all in ONE FC and in Ryzen, do they put on good fights and they fucking scrap. So I would rather have a women's atomweight division since we already have atomweight divisions at the highest level in other companies. I think it would make sense. And we already have a few atomweights in the UFC technically. Want to see Charleston White commentate cage side with Rogan and Anik. Charleston White. That is a person. Let me look that up. Definitely better than Joe fucking Rogan, I'll tell you that much. Oh, Gangbanger Soldier Boy. Community leader. What? Oh. Yeah. Interesting. Rogan exposing grappling to Charleston White impression. So you see this, man? Look at how he shifts the leg just a little bit. Oh, boom, there it is. Oh, you can hear the pop, dude. The transition, man. How did he do that? So he took him down and then he used leverage control with the limbs and he popped it. People forget, man. He was good in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's taking over the sport. People forget, man. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's not soy at all. I mean, explaining. Yeah. No Diddy. Rogan, I thought was smart, but was gaslighting the fuck out of me last weekend in the Bautista and Aldo fight. And he and Jon Anik, they both were, because they don't want to call out the company in any way whatsoever or admit that they have any problems. And so they're basically just going to be, oh, look at what he's doing, man. He's pressuring Aldo against the cage. Brilliant strategy. We've seen before with Marab that it's hard for Aldo to get out. This is brilliant strategy for Mario Batista. Nothing wrong with this or boring about this whatsoever. Ha ha! That's right, Joe Rogan. Ha ha! Thoughts on you looking like T-Pull from Star Trek Enterprise? God damn, you're making me work here, boy. God damn, that's loud. Fictional. Oh yeah, dude, I'll take it as a compliment. She's smoking. I'm a purist. A purist. I prefer the pure, yes. We must have the solution to make sure the pure survive. UFC weight classes should be 115, 125, 135, 145, 145, 50, 65, 65, 85, 99, 135, 185, 195. Heavyweight. Do I hear heavyweight? Sold to the man Paradox the Chad in the blue corner. Still less weight classes than boxing. Yeah, crazy. So could you just amateur heavyweight title Grand Prix? That's a fantastic belt. Western, you're probably the only one who watches Star Trek here. Based. They should have a 220-pound class. That is true. And a 165-pound weight class as well. Hillbillies that watch Star Trek is crazy. Hey, Bryce Mitchell is a man of culture, and he's a rapper, brother. Give that man some respect. Yee! Anyway, my next bit of MMA news took me long enough. I mean, come on. I'm wasting your time here, okay? I need to get to the news. Just shut up, okay? Second bit of MMA news. Alexander Volkanovski is finally back, troopers and grinders. Well, old man Volk, that is. The featherweight goat posted a video on Twitter. Fuck your space programs, Elon. Of himself in a tweed jacket, carry wool cap, and prescription glasses lady, attempting to sell pasta sauces at a local farmer's market following a rugby game. He compared his status as a fighter past his used by date to jars of tomato sauce that he was selling, and told customers that if they only bought one of his sauces, they were a flyweight and getting very stale downstairs. Then he mistook tapping and going with the phone to tapping in the cage. He never taps. Cash only. 1 for $5 and 2 for $10. What a deal. Then he asked Dana over the phone if he'd fax him with his next fight contract. He wasn't using a cell phone, by the way. He was using an old phone that you'd use in the 70s and 80s, hand phone, just like with the little plastic wire between the dial and the phone. And he told him over the old ass phone if he'd fax him his next fight contract. The lady selling food next to him was selling Spanish paella with knockout power and had to open a jar for him. And finally, Volkanovski took out a box with each of his daily pills and forgot what day it was. God bless you, old man Volk. God bless you. And yet another reason why Volk should just retire from fighting and be an actor in Australia. He'd probably make the same amount of money with less CTE, or he could just get chinned again by Taporia. His choice. Good old fucking old man Volk, dude. Isn't he a charmer? Nah, Star Trek The Next Generation is great. Yeah. I haven't actually gotten around to watching that one all the way through. I did watch the original series all the way through, and that, I think that's a masterpiece. Can you believe that? I'm pretty sure that show got nominated for 13 Emmys and it didn't win one. The same thing with Better Call Saul. I swear it had like 20 or 30 Emmys and it didn't win one Emmy. Neither did The Boys. So the Emmys clearly has its favorites in terms of who to give awards. But Star Trek Next Generation was pretty good. There are moments where I think the episodes were too long and times it could like repeat itself in terms of the themes. So it's not like Star Trek where it's like every episode is like super memorable or has one thing that's sort of lovable about it. It has its stinkers, but in terms of just general quality, I think it is a great show. JL knows, yes sir. All right, finally we got our Star Trek fans to counter all the American Psycho and Sopranos fans. Does Volk beat either Jerome Holloway, of course, or Ilya? Serious question. The Islam fights cooked him. Yeah, I don't know if the first one cooked him, but the second one definitely cooked him. Because I honestly think that Volk could have won that fight against Islam. And he didn't take any damage in that fight either. I think he does beat Holloway still because styles make fights. Against Ilya, he did outpoint him in that first round and then got knocked out right away. It's really hard to tell, man. Those are both. I mean, maybe against Jerome Holloway, that's 60-40 in Volk's favor. And then against Ilya, I think it's 50-50. I'm serious. I think it's 50-50. Because, I mean, you can't just like, I mean, maybe Tapuria is like a Pereira where it's like he's going to sleep him eventually. But I still think that Volk was out technically him in round one and then paid the price later. So who knows, dude? Who knows? What the hell is this skit? A fever dream. Honestly, I've got what the hell is a skit of fever dream? It's old man Volk, man, old man Volk. The same guy who was ready to get up against Ilya Tapuria and show that whippersnapper a thing or two. It's the same Volk that used to be a featherweight champion. No, I'm serious, guys. I used to be a featherweight champion. You gotta believe me. If you watched it, it's pretty damn funny. And again, as I said, Volkanovski's a great actor. He's just good at playing characters. So he has a future outside of fighting. I just hope that he pursues that route in time. Volk and Ilya is basically Izzy versus Pereira. One is more technical, while the other has crazy OP power. Yeah, that is true. I don't see Tapuria on the same level that I do Alex Pereira, though. I think he has sort of a sloppy kind of Dricus 2+C kind of style where he's really good with the timing of it, but he still has to go as he's like pressuring forward, So I feel like that style is easier to counter. But then again, like the only time that Ilya's ever been in trouble was when he got rocked with a head kick. So who am I to judge? Also, Izzy lasted longer. So I don't know if that's as comparable. Ilya is great at trash talk when he doesn't try to be Conor McGregor. Yeah. Well, every time he has a fucking belt around, he looks like a huge nerd and a tryhard. And if you got the right guy who has a sense of that falsity, he'll call you right out for it. And that's going to bring me to my next bit of MMA news that I got for you later on about good old Max Holloway and Ilya Tapuria's little face-to-face interview they did today. Because he fucking cooked him. Holloway cooked him. One has to be perfect for 25 minutes while the other just needs to connect clean once. Yeah, it's unfair, isn't it? Same thing with fucking Khalil Rountree. Hey, bro, how are you? Very good to see you, 316 Immortal. Always a pleasure to have you around. Nice new profile picture, by the way. Devil! Holy shit, put the video for the devil! 316, what's poppin'? Yes, sir. Hope everyone is doing good. Oh, well, thank you so much, 316 Immortal. But you know it's doing well. Hold on. Actually, it's doing well, not doing good. Do you want me to call the grammar Nazis on you? Come on, guys. It's obviously well. I'm just kidding. But anyway, that brings me to my next bit of MMA news for all the troopers and grinders out there. Sean Strickland offered a complete character assassination of Hamzat Chimaev after he showed Alex Pereira respect for his performance against Khalil Rountree, saying that he was trying to get Pereira to invest in his newest crypto scam, then going on a big red, Dylan Chaikin, sized tangent of a paragraph breaking down how the Chechnyan exile and Swedish citizen Hamzat traded his soul to Russian Chechnyan dictator, you know what I'm saying, Ramzan Kadyrov, by returning to the Russian Republic and being a close associate of Kadyrov's under his violent and tyrannical regime. Attending fights and shows in ACA, as Idaho Skatesman is very willing to point out, and allowing Kadyrov to post live streams with himself in them, in which he would make threats to people online, even attending Hamzat's wedding in 2022. Ooh, that's for Halloween. Ooh, nice. I like it. That's fun. Yo, what is happening, Capitan Rafuco? I like the hang of the tank. I like it, but I don't understand any of it. But I think he should do news. But he should do TMZ news. He should do like a Raiders news. He should investigate Raiders of football. And then we're having a good time. Thank you for being here, Capitan Rafuco. Hope your day is going well, my man. And always feel free to hop into the SkateTank MMA post shows for the our fight companions. But anyway, then once Ramzan Kadyrov's leash got too tight on him, the wolf fled to the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East, and Strickland doubled down on America's foreign policy not to let him ever fight in the U.S. and stated he's lucky they aren't doing strikes where he's at. Jesus Christ. Strickland also implied that the UFC has sold itself out to the Middle East as an American company. When a reporter told Dana that Strickland was saying something on Twitter, he completely ignored it. Usually the right response to Sean Strickland, but he did hear what was said. But if he did hear what was said, Dana might have loosened his collar just a little bit and had nightmares of G. It's a good thing that the reporter didn't ask him any questions. But yeah, Sean Strickland has gone on an unhinged loony bin rant as usual about Hamzat Chimaev. Except this time, Sean Strickland is 100% correct. And if you just do a quick Wikipedia search of Hamzat Chimaev, you will know that his connections to Kadyrov are 100% accurate. And he really did sell himself short, or sold his soul for the Russian Republic instead of just staying in Sweden. But then again, he could have had his arm pulled a little bit by Kadyrov. You never know. And of course, he had to flee, so he's not allowed to have any U.S. shows, or at least any shows that aren't taking place in Abu Dhabi. If you know what I'm saying. What a sad decline for Hamzat Chimaev, isn't it, guys? From going from having 3 fights a year and being undefeated, undisputed, anytime, anywhere, you know, the man of the people, to all of a sudden, I just have to fight when Turkey Yoshi tells me to, guys. I'm going to me, brother. I'm going to kill everybody except when I catch the flu, in which case he kill me, brother. He kill me, brother. I'm the champ. I'm the wolf. But I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling good, brother. Yeah, he's in a sad state of affairs right now. And he really did sign on to a crypto scheme. So that's quite something, isn't it, guys? Jesus Christ. Well, it seems from the lack of responses, no one's interested in this news story. Well, you can't always bat 1,000. Oh, from Paradox the Chad, what does he have to say about this? Oh, here's some news regarding good old Paradox the Chad's picks. Temerov, D-Rod, Garimbo, Dawson, 5 pounds. Comes 20. Not asking for picks, but does it sound good? Let me just think a little bit. Dawson, he's has sort of a bad opponent, if I'm not mistaken. I've predicted all the other fights before that Dawson fight. So let me actually break that down for you. It's Temerov, I think he does win that fight against CJ Vergara. Yeah, Vergara fucking sucks. He hasn't dealt with someone with real power in Ramazan Temerov. Well, he's not undefeated. He's 17-2, but he's the number one in Central Asia flyweight. He actually has power, and he's got nothing but knockouts in Ryzen. Hasn't even dealt with anybody who's shut his own lights out in Ryzen. Like, it's hard to have a good record in Ryzen. Let's be honest, guys. And Vergara fucking sucks, and we know that. What was his last? Oh yeah, he lost to Azu Almabayev. So they're clearly just feeding CJ Vergara to whoever's from the fucking Middle East, and it's working. So I think Tamarov does take that fight. Daniel Rodriguez, I just picked that fight. I do think he wins against Alex Morono. I actually think he beats him by round 2 KO, just because Alex Morono, his only wins are against Dirty Bird Tim Means and Court McGee, who fought on the first fight of the early prelims of UFC 307. So that's just fucking disgraceful, you know? So he's obviously hasn't beaten the best competition, and against, good competition, he crumbles. Daniel Rodriguez, I think, actually has some potential. So I do see D-Rod winning that one. And then with Garimbo, who is he taking on again? Wait a minute, where is he? Oh yeah, Nico Price. Yeah. I think that Nico Price was just dealing with a really washed Alex Morono, and against someone with actual skill and power in their fists, who's an actual prospect, I think he does crumble. And Themba Garimbo is just good at taking his opposition down to the ground. So I think he's going to do that to Nico time and time again in that fight. Easy stuff. And finally, Dawson is taking on Rafa Garcia. And yeah, who fucking cares about Rafa Garcia? He's lame. Let me look at that record too. Beat Clay Guida, who hasn't. Beat Mahashate. All right. Lost to Drakkar Close by decision, and that tells me that Drakkar Close was able to get some takedowns and was able to distract him enough that he could just outpoint him. And that seems to be the exact kind of fighter that good old Grant Dawson is, except he does it more dominantly. So yeah, I think that he wins. I think that's a great parlay. I think he would make 20 from that 5 pounds. That is my recommendation. That's a well, in terms of like who could actually get beaten out of those four. Let me think. I think that D-Rod could potentially lose that fight. What is it again? Against Alex Morono. Because Alex Morono is always on again, off again. He loses his one fight, he wins the next one. So D-Rod could just be one of his victims in that win-loss streak. But I do think that is a solid parlay. Beterbiev within 11 rounds versus Bivol. Well, yeah, that was in the Granite's prediction. I'm actually going with Bivol by decision. I just think that once he gets into a groove, it's very hard to stop Bivol. I know that Beterbiev has a lot of power, but didn't he also just have a surgery recently? Did Beterbiev, and that's going to limit his movements and his fluidity and his punching a little bit. I think that Bivol might pressure him a little bit. I just think Bivol's like smarter. And it's another case, I think it's like JL said, where it's like you have to be perfect or else the other guy's going to knock you out. And I just think Bivol's sort of perfect, man. He's really good. So I don't know. I think that he finds a way to break Beterbiev, but we'll see. Seems like easy money with the parlay. Let's go. D-Rod will get better. He can, absolutely. I think they fed him nothing but killers on his 3-fight loss streak, including Kelvin Gastelum, who was looking good in that fight with Chris Curtis. I'm mostly worried about D-Rod because both are very inconsistent. Yeah, but at the same time, D-Rod was able to beat Kevin Lee, which is, I think, very impressive. And he made that fight with Kelvin Gastelum fairly close. He did make that a fight where any man could have won before the third round. So I think D-Rod is still talented, and Alex Morono just isn't. Not a bad pick, Hank. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be most are going with Better BF, but I got these YouTube guys that give me analyses of boxing matches. A lot of them think that one of them was right about the Daniel Dubois upset with Anthony Joshua, and the same guy is going with Bivol. So I just think it's smart to go with Bivol. Bro, you heard the story about Bivol's ex-wife? Now that's news. Spill it. Spill it. Spill it in the chat. As long as it's fucking, TV 14 and not like rated R, you could go for it for sure. Yes, he just had surgery. There's no bad picks on that fight. Yeah, I agree. Very suspicious. But that leads me to my next bit of MMA news for the troopers and grinders out all around the world. Well-known cokehead and lesser-known gay man, Jon Jones, was recorded training with Olympic gold-winning wrestler and also renowned flip-flopper and frequent quitter Gable Stevenson, who hopped into his Cybertruck, already a red flag, and then sparred in clinching, Muay Thai, and takedown defense with the UFC's version of P. Diddy. Yes Diddy. Yes Diddy in this, and yes Jones as well. All that was missing was the lube. Unfortunately, Gable Stevenson's dumbass didn't realize who on what substance he was sparring with. I could tell that In the Grant's going to love this story already. As Jon Jones grabbed Stevenson as he was bent over from the front, not the back, though I'm sure that Jones would have preferred the latter, and threw a knee up the middle that partially landed on Stevenson's chin, almost delivering a death blow and putting the wrestler slash professional wrestler slash MMA fighter slash football player slash wishy-washy bitch out cold. Unfortunately, Jones was unable to go through with one of the sole redeeming actions he's ever taken and spared the terminal flip-flopper as he resembled more of a man than a woman. This sparring session was preparing for Jones' wife, by the way. The Stipe training camp will be next week, apparently next week. So there was a miscue there. People thought that it was going to be for Stipe, but no, it was for when he got home. It's an extra little bit of sparring because he's got to fight. He's got to fight all the time, Always go against the grain, as you do in the granite. You should call yourself In the Grain. In the granite / against the grain. Uh-oh. This isn't good. I'm not liking this already. Bivol's ex-wife is in Better BF's comment section saying her and her kids are hoping for Better BF to win. Why is she putting the kids in there? Oh my God, is she just being spiteful towards her ex by saying, dude, if you win, you get me and the kids. No! I won the kids in the divorce. How could you do this? And she's saying that Better BF is going to be their daddy. That's absolutely disgraceful. Hey, your wife's in my DMs, Bivol. Jolie's wife. This ain't over, BP head. And she's also exposing that Bivol may be injured. What a fucking hoe. That is terrible, dude. I mean, unless Bivol was being an absolute monster, I guess it's what's the word for it? It's justified, but God, if he didn't do anything else, that is absolutely fucking atrocious. How could you do that to someone you once loved? Jones versus Gable Stevenson sounded intense. Well, it was. There was a lot of panting and sweating and lube all over the place, and it was a freak off. Let's just say it was a freak off. I don't know why I came up with that term all of a sudden, but it was definitely a freak off in some way between two big genetic freaks who are not on steroids at all. Yeah, that's bad, and what a fucking bitch. Now, that's a bad breakup, I know. Terrible. KO'd that wrestler. Yeah, I wish, dude. I really wished. Just 1 inch away, and dude, he could have been in a coma. That would have been nice. She was even giving his injuries. I know. That's fucking despicable. That sort of tells me that she was the manipulative one going into the divorce. How could you fucking do that to somebody like that? It's like fucking Nas's ex-wife getting it on with Jay-Z. I'm from the Granite City. You might be. It to be granted. You are from granite. Sounds like an evil wife. I know it's fucking crazy. I just don't understand how he could be that traitorous. I'm guessing he is the one that left her. Yeah, and she's petty about it. Although if he left her, don't you think he'd be able to take the kids? Wouldn't it be fucking creepy if Bivol was the one with the kids and his wife was like, "Me and my kids. I don't get to see them often, those little runts. But they're in your corner, better be. I'll make sure they are. I'll be knocking on their doors when they least expect it. Hey, kids, get in the car. We're going to the boxing event for your new dad, your stepdad." That'd be so creepy. Yeah, that's atrocious. So, God Almighty, who knew that a nasty divorce would determine the winner of the fight between Beterbiev and Bivol? Now I'm totally convinced I gotta watch the boxing event between Beterbiev and Bivol as my fight companion for Saturday instead of Royval versus Tyra. I'll be honest with you guys. I think that fight night sort of sucks. Isn't it taking place in the Apex too? God Almighty. Yep, it's taking place in the Apex. In the co-main event, it has fucking Brad Tavares in it. That's when you know this one's a super card. Yeah, Dawson taking on Garcia. Give him a fucking challenge for once. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang versus Gordon is actually a pretty good scrap. Fremd versus Al Hassan. Who gives a shit about that fight? D-Rod versus Morono might be fun. Garimbo always makes for a boring fight. Carpenter could get a sub. Yeah, the first half of the fights of the card's way better than the second half. Just gets worse and worse from there. Why do we still live in a world where Chitty Nujaqwani and Josh Fremd are in the UFC, much less like on a main card? That's just crazy to me. So I just feel like fight night's not going to be worth my time, and the boxing card will be. All right, let's get to my next bit of MMA news. How about it? Finally, I got more news after this, but or my last story so far. Finally, Francis Ngannou recently responded to Dana White saying that the UFC was offering him more than what the PFL and boxing have been paying him, questioning his ability to know such information of his pay from the UFC when Dana wasn't the one signing any checks. Francis also clarified that the UFC's new contract for him as the UFC heavyweight champion was a trap with no concrete payments or set number of fights for him, so that's why he left. This is just another sign that Dana is obsessed with Ngannou's activities outside the UFC and doing whatever he can to ruin his own company's reputation for promoting and employment in order to get one up on Ngannou, including his glazing of Jon Jones, the greatest ever. He's got to be pound for pound number one. Why don't we let AI do this shit and make him number one? Come on. And lies regarding the fairness of the UFC's contracts for his talent. Just stop lying already for your own sake, Uncle Fester. Come home, Uncle. Come home, where our staff can help assist you with your daily life, given that you are a senior citizen. So let Hunter take over, just like Vince did in WWE, and don't let the door hit you on the way out, Dana. Next 2 weeks at Apex. I hate it. Although I do like that Michelle Pereira is taking on Alexander Hernandez, Fluffy Hernandez in the main event of the next show. So that's a way better card, I predict, than what Royval versus Tyra is going to be. There's a few good scraps. There are a few good scraps for sure, but I don't think it has as many touted or high level scraps as the boxing card, which is just sad. You think Ilya can win versus Max? I hope Max wins. I can't stand that Ilya kid. I can't either. Although he's not even a kid. He's a grown-ass man with a fucking Drake PDF file-ass beard, and he drinks before his fights, and he's always posting the most cringy shit on his social media that Max called him out for when they had their face-to-face interview, and he's just such a pompous douche. I can win against Max. I think that Ilya's the favorite going into that fight. But I do think that Max beats Ilya. just because I think he has way more tools in the toolkit. He's got a way better arsenal that I think can catch him. I think he can catch Ilya with a big kick. And I think that everybody's saying that, oh, Ilya's going to be the one to crack Max's jaw at featherweight. Yeah, good luck with that. Just ask the fucking 19 people before Tapuria whether or not they could crack the chin of Max Holloway. Got cracked by Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, but that was at fucking lightweight. This is a different division entirely. This is featherweight. Max don't get dropped at featherweight. So I do think that Ilya could catch Max at some point, but he's not going to put him away. That chin's made of fucking in the granite, you know. So I think Holloway's going to get better as the fight drags on. I think Tapuri is going to gas out as the fight drags on. I don't think Max is getting slept, and if that's the case, I think Max is just going to fucking outbox him and have more significant strikes for more of the rounds. I just think that's way more likely. And I think that Max is just gets better and better and better as an athlete. So I think he's going to catch Ilya with something he's not expecting. This black lady at the 7-Eleven was in line. She had 5 kids that were running around in the parking lot. They were running around people pumping their gas. Jesus Christ. Could have gone out like the fucking opening scene of Zoolander. No! Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun. Or they could have gotten a free drink. Fire! Fire! No, this juice sucks, Beavis. Beterbiev versus Bivol is imperative. It is imperative that it happens. I tell you what. What a fucking story, huh? Poor kids. Those kids were fucking acting reckless. They obviously got very loose parenting because mother couldn't even fucking keep track of them. It's a good scrap main event next week. Holloway's going to humble that guy. He's going to humble that guy. We're not exactly sure who that guy is, but he is that guy. He's that guy. But he is a guy. No Jones? No Molina? I hope Ilya becomes the next Benoit Saint Denis. That is comment of the night right there. Ilya becomes the next BSD of the 145-pound division. Yeah, just a fucking hothead with a beard who gets big knockouts, and then you realize that he actually doesn't have much to show for it other than his little combinations that he does. Someone puts him out, and then after that, it's all downhill from there. That would be a fucking dream of mine right there. Just to see him suffer for putting out Volk and being an arrogant piece of shit. That'd be nice. I hope Max schools him. I think we all do deep down. I mean, how many of us who are real hardcore MMA fans are like, dude, I'm a fan of Ilya. Dude, I think Ilya is just great. He's fun. He's a cool guy. I don't think anyone's saying that Ilya Tapuria is cool. I think anybody who was watching that press conference with Volk was like, dude, I like Volk. Ilya Tapuria, that guy's a fucking punk. What the fuck's he doing trying to replicate Conor? 165. That's fucking ridiculous, right? Those are just brash statements with no logic behind them, just to make people mad. He's literally trying to make us mad, guys. Like, how is that likable whatsoever? Anyone with a fucking brain and anyone who realizes what this punk's social media behavior has been over this last fucking year. I'm getting a migraine just thinking about it. It's clear he's not on our side, guys. It's clear that at least Conor was entertaining in moments and had a good line now and then. Ilya doesn't even have a good line. Max wins TKO in the 4th. Mark it on your calendars, guys. BSD seems like a nice guy, though, unlike Ilya. Yeah, that's why I'm honestly sort of sad that he's been on a downward spiral as of late and that Moicano absolutely buried him. It's sad because BSD's fun to watch. I will say that he was a little bit sensitive towards the MMA guru in that he took Guru's prediction was like, "Huh, see, I told you." Nah, 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 nah. Tried to like embarrass Guru just for making a bad prediction. I mean, good luck getting a fucking interview without that punk. So that's the one thing that I was like, okay, this guy's being a little pompous, but he hasn't shown that much sense. And in fact, it's been on just a bad string of luck with that. What was it that he had? Staff. That staff he had on his forehead. Makes you feel a little bad for him. I sent you the Bivol stuff on Discord. Oh, Jesus Christ. This ain't gonna be fun. Oh, it's nice to have you as a friend, by the way, Paradox the Chad. I can't believe that we haven't connected through DM more until now. Because I think we make good buddies. Already friends. Ah shit, my here we go. Alright, here's the fucking story. Okay. My children and I are for Arthur. What a fucking bitch. After all the attacks on me from the whore Bivol. You're calling Bivol the whore, lady? Failure to pay child support for his sons, complete refusal to communicate with them. Hmm. I mean, maybe he is doing that. The whore. Failure to pay child support for his sons, complete refusal to communicate with them. I want to tell you everything I know. Okay. It looks like he was sort of a piece of shit. If those allegations are true, again, this is another case, troopers and grinders, where it's like, who do you trust? Or as Jack Nicholson, as the Joker would say, money, 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 it's time to play. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? So do you trust Bibble's wife or do you trust him? Unless he makes a sort of a counter argument. Doesn't pay for child support, refusal to communicate. I'll tell you everything I know. He has a stress fracture on a vertebrae in his back. All his hands have been operated on, and not just once. One elbow for sure. Very sore knees. His left ear is constantly swelling. It has been broken many times, and fluid has accumulated in his eye many times. Sometimes he can't see well. The main thing is that he is a coward. We need your victory, Arthur. You are commenting on the publication. Arthur better BF. Okay. And he got like a fucking glove emoji. So, I mean, if she's that pissed with him that she's willing to just go all out and fucking desecrate him, might have actually been a bad dad, guys. I mean, when you got a relationship between a fighter and a boxer and a hothead testosterone freak and a regular person, yeah, it's likely you're going to have an argument or two that goes out of hand. But she did call him like a coward more than anything else. So it's not like he was like aggressive. Holloway's going to humble Ilya. I really hope so. I think we're all hoping so, dude. If you really like are a fan of the sport, you want that Spanish punk gone. Don't know if you can put it on screen, but hey ho, it's off to work we go. Furia is like Craven from Spider-Man. Yes, yeah, oh, that's actually a great comparison. He's obsessed with being the best. It can only be me. I'm better than the rest, and I will capture my prey. That BMF belt from Holloway. I will destroy him. He's definitely got the facial hair and hairdo of Craven. You are spot on in terms of aesthetic, and he's also an egotist, just like Ilya. Paradox, good dude. He absolutely is. He gave me some news, some free fucking news. So good on him, man. Sneeve. Western Mass, the gang. As SpongeBob said, the gang's all here. Boxers also always seem to have problems with wives. Yeah, because they're just too fucking high energy, man, and they want to. They're at the top of their class in a male-dominated sport, so it's not like they're gonna have that much respect for the ring girls or the women in their business. And the Granite is a beast, showing fucking love, baby. I'm loving the love. It's at the Love Boat. Come on in. We're expecting you on the Love Boat. Keep it rolling, guys. Keep the chain rolling. I hope it's not true. Bivol seems cool. Yeah, I hope so too. But yeah, that's a just really fucking weird to be honest. Seems a little desperate to me when you have to do it through fucking social media shit and make it public. I don't know. There's something cringeworthy about that. But maybe she's just that desperate to see him get slept. Also, why would you fucking care, dude? Here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing, guys. Here's the fucking thing, guys. I mean, he's gonna get paid either way. It's a big fucking event. I mean, he's gonna be a success for him, regardless of if he loses or not. So it's not like she's gonna ruin his life if he gets, finished by better BF. I mean, maybe if he like really does a number on him and like gives him CTE from just knocking him down again and again and again and again. Maybe she'll ruin his life, but I mean, he's getting a paycheck at the end of the day. Come on, guys. Puria is the Green Goblin. You know, I'm something of a supervillain myself. I can't stand my profile picture while talking to people. I know. Let me get my other account. Thank you very much, 316. Appreciate it. I don't want to look at your ugly face anymore either. I think it's also boxers are super fucking rich. Exactly. So, yeah, well, in terms of why they mistreat women, yeah, well, you feel like you have influence over others, and that includes your wife and your family. And be more humble when you have less money. So they don't attract good women. Yeah, I mean, it could be a reason why you could have a gold digger of a wife as well. The plane, boss, the plane. That's right. Wait, was that Adventure Island? What was the name of that show? Paradise Island, maybe. Paradise Island. Plane, boss, the plane. Hey, there's the man I know and love. I'm gonna look up the plane, boss. He's probably already told me in the chat. For the plane from the US TV series Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island, that's it. Nice. A New York state of mind, state of beep, beep, beep. Yeah, yeah. What did he say in those opening lines? We're fake, blah, blah, don't come back. I don't know how to start this shit. A funky rhythm composition, musician. I'm like Scarface sniffing cocaine. You see, with the pen, I'm extreme. Bullet holes in my peepholes. Hand me a 9 and I defeat foes. I gotta look at that New York State of Mind song. I butchered it. I gotta do it better because I have that on my playlist. So I gotta. There you go. All right. Yeah, yeah. Hey, yo, Black, it's time. Word. Yeah, it's time, man. Straight out of the fucking dungeons of rap. Where fake people don't make it back. I don't know how to start this shit, yo. Rappers, I monkey flip them with their funky rhythm. I be kicking, musician, inflicting composition of pain. I'm like Scarface, sniffing cocaine, holding an M16. See, with the pen, I'm extreme now. Bullet holes left in my peepholes. I'm suited up in street clothes. Hand me a 9 and I'll defeat foes. Y'all know my stilo, with or without the airplay. I keep some E&G sitting bent up in the stairway. That's the opening verse. I love that one. Fiend's get that whole album's genius, by the way. It's like one of the first great rap concept albums. Fiends Get Skinny as if Queens was a Craig Jenny. Nice. Skinny and Queen. I think that was a Nas lyric right there. I don't know how child support works. Russia, so don't know if that always has the most stable family systems, especially now. But then again, he's filthy rich, so it's not like that's unstable. But again, it's Russia, so it could fuck with your life. I'm serious. Nor nothing. It's nerf or nothing. That's beat, yes sir. Instead of diet plans, it's crack. 200 grams. Oh. Yep, Hank, you got it. I cooked a lot of coke in the late 80s. The more you know. Okay, that is quite the thing to admit. Come on, in the granted. Get with the program. Bars, yes, sir. Back when rap was good. I knew I could sing it better because I've listened to that shit like 10 or 20 times, so I better know how to rap it. All right, good. Well, I'm glad you like that. That's just classic fucking Nas. I could do Nas's Ether as well. I'd probably save that for another special occasion, but I've been listening to Nas's Ether over and over again. That's probably one of the great diss tracks, right under Euphoria and Meet the Grams and Hit 'Em Up. That's the Mount Rushmore fucking diss tracks. Fuck, should have killed Jay-Z. It's a sad shame that it didn't, because Jay-Z's a fucking punk. Anyway, next bit of MMA news for all the troopers and grinders out there. The UFC has upped its settlement offer to the retired fighters, suing the company for paying less than they were promised from 2010 to 2017 to $375 million for those retired fighters. And now more than 50 of those involved in the antitrust lawsuit have urged Judge Boulware, who shut down the previous offer from the UFC, to accept its current one, saying they needed the money to pay for everyday life while suffering from chronic injuries and CTE. Will the UFC bribe its way out of legal karma this time? Stay tuned to find out. Hank, you look like my nephew. I wish I could show you his picture. Don't do it, man. Don't dox him. Otherwise, fucking email Melson's gonna get a hold of that shit. I will soon. I have to take his picture, and next time I'll change my profile to his picture for you to be shocked. Don't do it. Don't do it for the love of God. Again, and this is where I'm being serious, guys. Try not to put any faces or names or personal information or anything on the internet, because you know how these fucking cats are. These strangers, they could find that shit and twist it and dox you. I'm serious. So, especially when you got enemies. For others, money. Either, no question. Yeah. Look like I meant. Oh, yeah. All the 40-cent diss tracks. You mean 50 Cent? Or is that minus a dime or two? Yeah, 50 Cent went fucking off on all his competition. Honestly, could have been a reason why he was shot. He was so good at fucking picking his enemies and tearing them apart. And I'm glad that 50 Cent survived, because I think he's one of the greats as well. Do you and he's a truth teller too. He's not fucking scared, unlike a lot of these posers in rap. Do you think Dana is secretly betting on fights? I don't know. I think he likes money too much that he doesn't bet. And then I think another thing is that I think his form of betting is poker. I think he likes the fucking roulette tables and the casinos. I think that's his preferred form of betting, because I think he knows that if he bet on fights, eventually he might get caught, and then he wouldn't look all that great. So I think he bets on the blackjacks and the cards. Personally, that's his form of betting. We've seen it in the documentaries. Also, you have to fucking shake these people's hands that you bet against, and I don't think that's a very stable system. True. So many kids trolling. Dude, some of these kids are not kids. They're like 30 and 40 years old, and they're fucking creeps, dude. Keep them away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away. Hey, LeBron, keep the family away. For anyone who has a love for their kids, keep the family safe. But he loves gambling. Exactly. That's why I'm saying he keeps it for gambling. He loves gambling, but he doesn't like betting, I think he reserves his betting for gambling. Would not surprise me. Yeah, I mean, definitely be shocking. Who is that guy who got caught for the scandal where he was placing bets on fighters and making sure they were losing? James Krause? Wasn't it James Krause or something? Yeah. I think it was James Krause who was like betting on his own fighters or certain guys to take a fall. You know, that was like a big scandal like a couple of years ago. James Krause, yeah, that's him. So I think Dana was fucking pissed about that. I mean, maybe he was pissed so that he could hide his own betting on fighters. That is a good conspiracy theory, but at the same time, like, if you're going to crack down on that and crack down on illegal streams, I feel like Dana, ironically, is too goody two shoes in terms of his own just company that he books. Also, I don't think he'd want to like hurt Shelby or who's the fucking other guy, Maynard's feelings about the fights. If he's betting on fights, it's not like he has that much of a booking aspect to it. It's Hunter, Sean, and Maynard who are doing most of the booking. So if anything, you got to question whether those guys are secretly betting on the fights. That's a better theory right there, that the matchmakers are betting on the fights. Too many miserable trolls. Yeah. Too many outright psychotic trolls and very defensive, narcissistic, egotistical trolls as well. Tinfoil hat activated.
But Scully, I mean, the aliens and the pyramids, it all just makes sense when you put two and two together. No, Mulder, it's clear that aliens don't exist. Oh, come on, Scully. Come on, Scully. Don't you know that the truth is out there? Don't you know that you gotta have your badge and your gun and the alien, Scully? This was a sign. Oh, shut up, Mulder.
Definitely miserable. Isn't it ironic that in the X Files, Scully was the illogical one of the two of them most of the time, when in any other like real life scenario it would be the complete opposite. Kraus, facts. Yeah. Dana actually runs the illegal streams. Now that is going down conspiracy theory junction, dude. That's a whole nother fucking rabbit hole. Oh yeah, we're gonna get these guys. Yeah. Well, once they upload a stream, we got them. We got them. So I hate illegal streams. I hate everything about these kids. So yeah. Meanwhile, Stream East was never my friend. Never my friend. Don't pay attention to Stream East as a link on my browser of my computer. He's never my friend. I hate everything about this kid. Hurt people try to hurt people. Yes, sir. But honestly, the sad thing is, guys, it's also people who are filthy, stinking rich and were in families where they got to have everything they wanted and had no sense of value for anything and lose their damn minds and are just so defensive of their own mindset that they just do shit and get away with it and really have a keen eye to like make an enemy or two. Like there's certain people online and then in real life who just do absolutely horrific shit and they don't care about it whatsoever. It's not just hurt people, it's non-hurt people. You don't realize how much privilege and money can drive people fucking crazy, especially those who have it at a young age. I'd look for those kids as like future sociopaths. True Granite, hurt people is a fire quote I didn't understand for a solid year. Yeah, people who are, but I will say that you're right that there's a cycle of violence often in families, not just families, from relatives and friends and just places that you're in where, like, for instance, the ghetto and hood and neighborhoods in low income areas where your friends are getting shot, families getting shot. And so now you feel like you need revenge and you end up hurting people because you've been hurt by loss or physically. So there are definitely chains to this shit. But I'm telling you guys, there are people that have not had it hurt in their entire lives and they want to hurt people because we're playthings to them. We're people that they can manipulate and control. Just ask fucking P. Diddy and Jon Jones. Keyboard warriors, yeah, but it's bigger than that, dude. Just look at who's running for fucking president in the Republican Party. I won't get into details, but yeah. You think he was hurt? You think that big fat orange man was hurt or in a place where he was homeless at all, or you know, depressed because of abuse? I thought the quote was just repeating that I should hurt people. Okay, hey, be a professional fighter. Entitled people facts. Yeah, I mean, you just see some of these, like, especially how go and it was like they're real reflections of real the author who wrote American Psycho the book before it became a movie actually hung around Wall Street and talked to yuppies in during the New York Stock Exchange in the 1980s. And in the granted, about this time period, people on Rogaine and on cocaine and just living a life of complete luxury and privilege. And they just talk about the most nonsensical, minuscule bullshit to the point where they were like obsessed with it. And they viewed themselves and their lives and everybody around them as playthings to be controlled and fabricated. And I mean, it's no wonder that she created a horror movie about a yuppie who turned into a murderer because it's happened. Anyway, I got a couple more seconds before my next bit of MMA news. When the clock strikes 9:30, I'll be in my next piece. Okay, one more comment. I've come to realize that the online chat brings the true personality of a person when feeling safe behind the computer. The dirtbags will manifest because in real life they won't be talking shit. Yeah, they won't be saying shit for sure. feeling safe behind the computer. Yeah, that is true. That pent up fucking frustration and hatred and insecurity, that just raw fucking animal like mentality. It just goes through because you know that you can get away with it. Like it's your true feelings. And honestly, at times, guys, that makes me a little nihilistic towards the world because just think about what people are thinking behind your backs. Like if people have the same mindset behind those fucking eyes that they do in messages in an online chat, or just people have on Twitter and Facebook and all these other places, even outside of YouTube, like just fucking barbaric and absolutely no sympathy for others. You know, it's just sad. Like it just shows how selfish people can be deep down inside, and it's so divisive too. I think with the coming of the internet came a divisive period in our country where you just got to pick a side based on cultural movements that come up, and it's a damn shame because when we were more united as a country, we actually got shit done. But we were all lower class, middle class people in rural, semi-urban areas, and we were all purple states. And we just cared about. We actually were willing to take different sides. But unfortunately, now we've seen that one side actually gets shit done economically, and the other one actually just wants your money so they could give it to their rich friends. And so, the Republican Party used to stand for the same thing that the Democratic Party did, and then it slowly separated and became way more focused on privatizing institutions and making economies more inequitable for certain people who would lobby with them. But you know, in the 40s and the 50s, you couldn't really tell Democrats and Republicans apart. They were very similar and followed similar policy of neoliberalism, and that's what Dwight D. Eisenhower followed during his time as president. But ever since Nixon, dude, it couldn't be more fucking apart, especially with certain presidencies, Republican presidencies that go 8 fucking years. Like that pushes that party more and more and more and more and more in one direction. Non-politicians is a problem, guys. But yeah, I think it was inevitable that we become more divisive just due to technological advancements that make communication that much more vitriolic, and then less in person shit, dude. That's gonna fuck with kids' minds, especially when they're young. Dude, they're not gonna know real fucking love and communication and real fucking friends because they'll find them all online and they'll want to be a star online. It's gonna fucking ruin social communication for our generations. Um, it's bad. We need to have an environment where kids can actually become normal human beings during their development. Can you do the thing where you say, Jon Jones? Oh, well, Jon Jones. How could you say that he's not the best ever? I mean, what are we playing? What are we playing? Everybody's going against it like it's a circus here. I'm not defending Jon Jones. I'm not defending Jon Jones. I'm just saying if AI actually controlled the rankings, Jon Jones would be the number one pound for. Listen, if you put Paradox the Chad in the Granite and 316 Immortal in a room, in a closet with Jon Jones, they're beating the shit out of Jon Jones in that closet and keeping him in the closet and duct taping the doors to make sure that he doesn't come out. He's stuck in the closet, just like Tom Cruise is. But Jon Jones, he's the best ever. I mean, you know, Islam Makhachev and Alex Prep, they're all right. You know, they're amateurs, but Jon Jones is above them every single time. Fuck my other talent. And screw you, Kevin Iole, you 70, 80-year-old man. I hope you have a heart attack from arguing with me about Jon Jones, you evil old bastard. Jon Jones. I'm not sucking off Jon Jones. I'm not. I'm from the hood. You're right, Hank. Facts. Yes, sir. Communication is key. Well, I think it makes you smarter when you actually interact with people in the real world because you actually get to see the world for what it is. People with lived experience and people who are dealing with problems in real time and telling you about them. People online they can just fabricate basically everything about themselves, including me. This isn't my fucking real name, right? I'm Hank the Tank, but I'm someone else, right? And I could be easily just putting on a fucking character, which sometimes I do, but I put on a character for you guys and you believe what I say. I mean, as you can see with the shit that's behind me, this job is like fucking 40%, 30% of my real life. So we're all just putting on fucking masks. We're all putting on faces online. We obviously do that in real life. You know, we have our little happy face that we put on, or the face that gets us something or is to our advantage in real life. But being online, like obviously you get to let your real self out, but at the same time, it's like a twisted, perverted sense of self that is just nothing. Like it's like 10% of who you are in real life. When you're having a regular conversation, you have to tell people who you are. So you have to be real. And I think that the more you talk with real people and the more you understand real issues and our real society and how it actually functions, the smarter you are and the more real you'll be. But more you stay behind the screen and the less you interact with the world, the more you're going to be a faker and not know who you are. And just a worse understanding of the world that's going to lead to easy solutions, which is the birth of many authoritarian regimes. It's having a problem and not knowing how to communicate it. Jones will definitely come out of the room, unfortunately. Yeah, when he's dead. When he's dead. That's when he's going to. And that's his soul will rise to the grave in the cemetery. Woo! The killer degenerates. I'm gay. I'm gay. I love everything about you, kid. I'm dead too. Make love to me, John. I love everything about you, kid. You put me and Jon Jones, you put our grave tombstones together, we'll never come out. You put Jon Jones and myself in a casket. Yeah. He'll come out, but only once his wife is found in a garbage bag at the local dump. Meet adversity and never fold. Exactly. You actually have to overcome challenges in order to be smart and someone who can roll with the punches of society. I mog Jones. But are you sure that he's gonna not like that, Paradox? I think he'd like that. I think you're how to put it. It's going against what you're trying to. It's not self-productive. Real recognize real, yeah, and fake recognize real as well. They just don't want to be it, or they think of reality as fake, and so they live in their own fake world. Counterproductive. That's a counterproductive. If you mog Jones, he's gonna like it. But anyway, my next bit of MMA news I got for the troopers and grinders. Khalil Rountree. Finally, we can talk about Khalil Rountree, the fucking stoic Chad, amazing fucking warrior, potentially future #1 contender again. Posted a picture of his face after surgery. The poor guy looks like Mermaid Man from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Away! Hold on. Let me pull up the picture. Khalil Rountree. Wait, did I get something? Oh, I got $5 from somebody. Well, whoever sent that $5, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Khalil Rountree, yeah. Injury. Let me show you guys this. Yeah, they're not showing him in the images yet, but let me show you in this interview with Kevin Ioli. Holy shit! What? What? What the hell? Whoa! Oh God, Piggy! Wait! The MMA guru is here! My God! Holy shit! It's overwhelming. I can't believe it. Okay, for Phil McGroin, I will feel it for money. Paradox the Chad, not Jones, is into small homeless men. He's into protecting homeless men. I learned that from the guru. MMA Guru members raid. Holy shit, guys. Welcome aboard. The MMA Guru. All I want to do is smoke weed and listen to the guru. Well, I'm going to listen. Dude, it takes me fucking eternity. I'm going to read through every one of these. Guru raid, Piggy. Pig sends his regards. The pig sends his regards. Pig raid. Thoughts on the guru? I think that MMA Guru is a beacon of truth in the MMA YouTube atmosphere. I think no one does fucking conspiracy videos as well as absolutely character destruction videos like Guru does. I haven't watched the breakdown of O'Malley versus Marab yet, but after this raid, I'm going to watch it all the way through. I'm going to give the Piggy the benefit of the doubt, and if I think it's right, I think it's right. Oh my God! Casey O'Neill, Guru's wife, is in the chat. I can't believe it.
You don't know how it feels to be an MMA fighter. It's so hard having to marry such a fat slob.
I love Guru's analysis videos. I love that he was willing to make a critique video of O'Malley and Tim Welsh right after he had 2 interviews with them. It shows that he's got balls of steel. But I love his fucking TMZ style. What is it? Oh, by the way, holy shit! Look at this, guys. I got to show you this. There he is. Look at fucking Khalil Rountree. Holy shit, dude. Looks like fucking Mermaid Man from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Evil! Evil! But I love his expose videos. Those are really good. Jon Jones has those pictures, guys. He has those fucking photos. What's up, Piggy Raid? Holy shit, great to see you guys. Hello from the Guru. Wow. I'm recognizing people from his chat too, the members. This is fucking awesome, dude. Juan Cena Babadoo! The Snowlo Frost. Wowie, this is great. Juan Cena, Piggy, Jure. Holy, dude, guys, people from fucking Guru's chat, they just spam the same thing over and over. It's like a fucking VTuber. Have you ever seen those fucking VTubers? They just post like one emoji over and over again. Yeah, like we're one big audience, you guys. Puru Raid. Now that's a unique one. I appreciate that, Blake. Yeah, it's like he's like a fucking VTuber idol, dude. Fugazi, too many. Hey, got a fucking Molignans, too many in here. Soy boy, that's me. Piggy. Can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Jesus Christ, it's over and over again. I wonder if this is Richard F. right here. He's got the emojis of it. Guru Raid, Jerusalem. Holy shit, great to have you all here. Members Raid Enjoy. Hey, dude, I appreciate it, Guru. Keep up the great work. I loved your video about Mighty Mouse and Dana White. That's good shit, dude. And again, as long as you are not biased and you call it right down the middle and you're stay true to your values as a journalist, I will keep watching, dude. I have been a fan of you for a while, and actually since 2022. And make sure to give Isha from the City Life Project some love whenever you can as well, because like you said, he's the most based Canadian man in and the most in MMA YouTube and the most based Canadian man in general. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Who is going to be your pick for the K1 GP in 2025? Jesus Christ. Let me think about that. It's going to be Stoyan. He's going to do a 2 fight cards in a row. Don't you fucking forget it. Or it's going to be Buakaw after he realizes, I'm done with fucking boxing. I'll get back in there. Why not? Sven Svensson is very happy with this. Let's go, dude. So I know Sven Svensson has been with the Guru fucking forever. Fat Man Army, insult Guru. Now, how to fucking insult him? Why the fuck does he have mayonnaise on his desk, dude? What is he using that shit for? He doesn't even have a fucking sandwich with it. What? He's just fucking downing it like that. I mean, I haven't tried it myself. I mean, if I did try it, maybe I'd like it. And maybe I'd get a little addicted to it. But, dude, have some fucking food with your mayo, okay? Don't just do it right from the fucking bin. You might actually, catch a fucking disease or some bacteria, you know what I'm saying? And then keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Great to see you guys here. Like the stream, bro. I fucking appreciate it. Hey, spaced as fuck. I love it. Glaze. Like it's fucking mayonnaise that he downs every stream. What a great man. Fucking Chad of the Guru, dude. Dude, whoever was telling Guru go raid SkateTank MMA, thanks, buddy. You're a fucking real one. Look like a young Sheldon. Well, thank you, BB. Oh, now who's gonna have his spanking? No Diddy, no Jones. Me. Bazinga. Hey, knock, BB. Knock, BB. What? Bazinga. All I wanna do is smoke weed and listen to the Guru. Guru ain't a bad kid. He just sucks. He's just an annoying little kid. But he's a good kid nonetheless. No super chats, not yet, Blake. Not yet, because we are still a small channel, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Nudge, wink, say no more. But we're getting there. We are grinding. We call our audience the Troopers and Grinders. We grind every single fucking day on MMA YouTube. Dude, if we keep up this fucking stream that we got going on right now, we could reach that number of watch hours. So if you are here to tune in with Hank the Tank for 2 or 3 more hours. We could get fucking monetized, guys. Just letting you know. Sup, Dr. Deathroll. Good to see you. I think I've seen you a few times. Khalil is a savage. Now insult that guru at once. Again, stop fucking downing mayonnaise for a living. Dono link at the bottom of the screen. Let's fucking go. Like and sub, good old fucking Gray Shirt. You know, I think it might have been fucking Gray Shirt who told him, because I've seen Gray Shirt in the chats of SkateTank MMA every once in a while, and he is the guru. Number one clip channel, brother. Number one. This is number one bullshit. K1 Osaka breakdown video. I'm gonna ask Idaho Skatesman to go do that, because I know he loves K1 more. Although I do love me some K1 as well, and their fucking wacky ass Japanese promos. But I'll ask him. Pigger hard harsh. Oh Jesus Christ! Well, change one more letter and you're going to jail. Are you flooding? I am being flooded with light. Yes, I am being rated as well. Call him fat. Yes, I will. Hey, Guru's so fat, you need to fucking use 4 tanks of gas just to get around him in your car, if you know what I'm saying. Guru is so fat. How fat is he? He's so fat that he was the substitute for Mr. Creosote in Monty Python's Meaning of Life. Stop making everything about yourself, Gray Shirt. God damn it. Release the schizo. No TV and no beer make Hank something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Scaredy cat. Anyway, Puffy already got a blanket party. It's freak off. No kidding. It was great, that person. Stoyan versus Brittany Griner. I think Brittany wins that one, I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure you get monetized for donos, but yeah, you do need watch hours for ads. I see. Definitely sub to the channel. All right. Dude, I've caught up, dude. I'm a fucking Chad, dude. I caught up to all that shit. I read every single one of those fucking comments until 30 or 40 people ran away. But I don't care, because the real ones remained for Hank's Think Tank at the very end. And I appreciate every single one of you guys who stuck around beyond the raid. I'm loving this shit, dude. Gray Shirt, you need watch hours for both. That is true. That is true. But now let's get to, actually, for anybody who's still here, I'll do a quick rundown of all the MMA news I've been talking about right now. So Juliana Pena, Kayla Harrison, and Amanda Nunes are having a little 3-way. I know that Jones isn't interested in that. And Nunes posted a cringe-ass TikTok of her dancing to some Brazilian song and saying that she wants Dana and all this fucking bullshit. And yeah, Pena does not want to fight Harrison whatsoever. Harrison wants to fight Pena. Nunes wants to fight either of them. And yeah, I just hope that they can sell any pay-per-views, which is highly unlikely. And then good old man Volk, Alexander Volkanovski, posted a very funny video of him selling fucking tomato sauce at a farmer's market. I recommend you check that out, because I think that if he posts enough of those short videos, Volk is going to win an Oscar for Best Short Film. Okay? So you got to support Volk's new acting career so that he doesn't get slept by Tapiri again. Then Sean Strickland basically outed Hamzat Chimaev as supporting a dictator in Chechnya, in the region of Russia, and said that there's a reason why he's not allowed in the U.S. There you go. And then also, good old cokehead Jon Jones need Gable Stevenson in the face. And I wish that he'd have finished the job, but unfortunately, it was just 1 inch shy. You know what I'm saying? Could have been better. But fortunately, he just grazed Gable Stevenson. And then not finally, I got more fucking news for you guys. Francis Ngannou basically said that Dana White was lying, that he gave him a better offer than he did, than the PFL and boxing did. Bull fucking shit. Same old Dana, Uncle Fester. And then the UFC has basically upped its settlement offer for all those retired fighters involved in the antitrust lawsuit. He increased that amount from 350 or 300 to 375 million. And now the retired fighters are actually asking Judge Boulware to allow the settlement to take place. So that's fucking crazy. UFC might have just fucking dodged a bullet there. Khalil Rountree is looking like fucking Mermaid Man from Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy with his new bandage. And okay, now I'm all caught up. And the poor guy looks like Mermaid Man. According to Rountree, it was the worst surgery ever and was super painful. but at least he'll be able to ease the pain with that main event and pay-per-view money from UFC 307. In his interview with Kevin Iole, that poor old man, Rountree mentioned wanting to fight Jamal Hill. And with that footage of Jamal yawning after his fight with Pereira, the story of the fight would be an easy one to sell. So I say book it. The redemption arc of Khalil starts now. Let's fucking go. Whew. Is anybody else here? Oh, I accidentally starred fucking McGroin's comment. That was crazy. Is there anybody left after that huge raid, or did everybody fucking skedaddle? What's going on here? Somebody say something. Oh God, I get so nervous. All right, there's Rob's neighbor. Good to see you, Robbie. Rob's neighbor, I have not seen you before, but welcome to the SkateTank MMA chat. Lovely having you, good sir. 10 remain. Yes, sir. Welcome to Total Drama Island. You can each have your s'mores and your marshmallows, but the one who doesn't have a s'more is off the island. You will all be doing some death-defying challenges. Giant sharks with freaking laser beams, people. Bears. Racists. And most importantly, obstacle course challenges, wipeout style, to see who is the American Ninja Warrior. Cooking a bagger, listening in the background. I see Svensson. It's all adding up now. Well, according to Cooking with Volk, you gotta have a good spice there. Gotta do some good paprika. Gotta use some grounded pepper. And gotta have some salt. Then you'll have a nice burger right there. Oh, look at the juicy. Look at the burn on the burger. Just medium rare enough. 1.3 million and 90 days from now, pay-per-view money. Yeah, that'll be nice for good old Khalil. And he honestly earned it after that fucking scrap with Pereira. Did that get a bonus? I gotta check if that got a bonus. Check Topology. Rountree, that was fucking crazy, wasn't it, guys? I did not see that coming, but Guru's a fucking Chad. Did the donos go through, Hank? Not showing on my PayPal. Yes, a few of them did come through, so that was nice. Well, let me tell you guys, once we get some, we're actually allowed to get monetized. Then we're on the fucking gravy train. But until then, just got to keep on grinding, guys. That's just the. And eventually, I am going to start posting some more videos in the future. I actually I've been editing together my experience with LFA, and then I'm hoping to do a video essay on fucking Dana White's history of corruption and selling out. So hoping that is a big one. Either that or I do fucking Charlie Zelenoff videos like No Chill does. God help me. You sounded like Space Ice at the end. Or do you mean Ice Spice? Good job, hey girl. Hey girl! What you doing with that gun in your hand? Garlic and A1. Definitely 100 earned it. Yes, they got a bonus. Let me check. They better have, because that was one fucking redeeming thing on that card. Yep, they got a bonus. Who else got a bonus on this shitty ass card? That Buckley got it, that's right. And then Span got it. God, when Span's the one getting a bonus, you know that was a bad card. Fucking shit, man. But I got a few more minutes before my next news story. Two more. I got two more news stories to finish up on. This has been fucking crazy, guys. Yes, keep at it. I got all my watch hours. Just need the subs. We'll get there. Let's fucking go, Rob's neighbor. Meanwhile, me and Skatesman got lucky with the bots. The bots came around. And actually, I think our theory regarding the bots got proven because literally 20 or 30 subs just all up and disappeared for some reason. And it all happened within a matter of 2 days. Was our content that bad that we lost 30 subscribers all at once? I don't think so, guys. I think we're pretty fucking consistent. And yeah, it was bots from the start that got us to 1K. And I put in the fucking grind, dude. I did streams every single day after that and keep making daily streams. So it's not like my heart isn't in the game. I do get a little passionate, guys. And if you haven't seen me before, I do get a little fucking crazy regarding MMA. But so does Guru, and who doesn't, right? And so it wasn't a matter of our own content. I just think finally the fucking bot scheme that YouTube was trying to pull on our channel as a victim was all of a sudden there, all of a sudden gone. So yeah, just a weird turn of events. It's not going to stop us whatsoever. We're going to keep on fucking grinding, you guys. There are a handful of Fight Night Frankie regulars in here. That's right. We got a pretty sewn community because actually in the early days of this channel, I was trying to do more promotion for the channel, and I was just looking around fucking places in various places. I saw Fight Night Frankie in London, England, and we like him, right? We like Fight Night Frankie. What a guy. The late great Fight Night Frankie. Or the late great Bad Math MMA. Remember that? It was once called Bad Math MMA, but it's not there. We need it back. Bad Math. Who could forget Bad Math? But I went to Fight Night Frankie's chat when he was Bad Math. And I went around and I was like, hey, dude, we got a channel. We're doing shit. I love chatting with you. I never like announced it right out of the gate. I was just like, hey, man, what's going on? Want to talk about MMA? Here's this, that, and the other. And then at the end, I'd be like, hey, dude, I got a channel if you ever want to hang out. And so we did get some members from other YouTube channels, communities in here. But we've been a good MMA YouTube ecosystem ever since then. It's been pretty good. Best fight of the night. Yeah, the only good fight of the night, if we're being honest. Good old Fight Night Frankie. Now, he's fun, dude. It honestly makes me sad that we got more subscribers than he does because he's on a fucking grind. And by the way, guys, cheap promotion. Fight Night Frankie recently did a video of the best fights of all time. Shout out to that video where he asked like all of big and small MMA YouTube what they thought the best fight of all time was. And that was a part one. You didn't see me in there, but I do make appearances and cameos on that channel where I give suggestions for the best of all time. So in a part two, you're actually going to see Hank the Tank break down the fight that I consider the best. And hint, hint, it involves a certain train and Izzy fucking Glazer. So look forward to that one. 300 more for 1,000. Yeah. Refer me to a live rage moment of yours during a card I want to see. Oh, man. God, there's so many. I would recommend looking at my edited video where I did a reaction to Julian Erosa beating Christian Rodriguez by sub because I lost my damn mind. But there was also a moment. Oh, man, which was it? I think it was Contender Series Week 1 where there was this big guy, Mansara Leak, I think his name was. I'm going to look that up. It was one of my biggest rage moments. Where Malik was like on top and he was beating the shit out of him and got the TKO. And then I said, yes, he wins. I was so happy. And he just wouldn't stop beating him up, even though the referee stopped it. And it literally got to the point where I screamed, get the fuck off of him! And I screamed it. I got pretty fucking, yeah. This fight right here. Mansour Abdul Malik and Wes Schultz. Watch my week 1 fight companion for Contender Series because I lose my goddamn mind. So that is a rage moment. Thoughts on Izzy touching a dog? They're true. It's all true. A question for you, Ollie Williams. Did Dmitry Bivol, in fact, not give childcare to his kids and have a sloppy divorce with his wife, and that's why she's sending advice to Artur Beterbiev? I got to think about some more. God, there's one moment. I will say I did. I had a really poor reaction to Batista beating Aldo at UFC 307, but then I had some personal information on that stream and tried to edit it out. I couldn't. It wouldn't even let me edit it, so I had to get rid of it. That was a huge moment where I fucking lost my damn mind. So that is another one. I remember that. Oh, yeah. That was not me at my best. Let's just say that. Oh, God, what were some other ones? Let me look through this, guys. I'll try to find it. 306. My whole reaction to UFC 306 was just one big rage moment. I hated that whole show from front to back. So if you want to see some rage moments, they are like laced throughout my UFC 306 fight companion. There might be some more, but no, dude, Cannonier versus Baralho was super good. I love that show. I haven't been doing a lot of fight companions. C305. Yeah, there's another one. UFC 305. Let's see if I had any rage moments there. Hank got knocked the fuck out. What is going on, AJ? Good to see you. Dude, if Izzy had fucking knocked out DDP cold, I would have been very, very, very upset. But actually, there's been a really good string of UFC shows as of late, so I don't think I've had too many reasons to rage. Now I remember. UFC 304, Cap versus Muhammad Makayev. I lose my fucking mind during that entire fight. So I'd recommend you watch my reaction to Cap versus Makayev because I got a sturdy table right here, but I make that noise quite a bit during that one. You. But anyway, let's get to my next bit of MMA news. Probably going to have 15 more minutes and then I'm heading out. Tom Aspinall responded with a shaking hands emoji to a tweet of Alex Pereira's where he posted a picture of Tom staring at him during his walkout, perhaps showing his interest in a heavyweight bout between the two of them in the future. So even though Pereira obviously has more business to take care of at light heavyweight with Magomed Ankalaev in particular. And then also he's got shit to do at middleweight or something. And then a bunch of contenders down there. Yeah. And Jon Jones, Jon Jones is also going to be fighting with Stipe Miocic, and he's probably going to vacate his belt no matter what happens there. Or Stipe is going to vacate his belt. Either way, the heavyweight belt's getting vacated after Jones versus Stipe Miocic. And Aspinall is going to be heavyweight champion, and Jones is going to be, Pereira is going to be busy with Ankalaev. Yeah, that fight's probably not going to happen, right? Between Pereira and Aspinall. They love to tease it, but it's not happening. But he did show interest. And so if in the future, if Pereira beats Magomed Ankalaev and Aspinall becomes undisputed champion, there's your possibility. And honestly, guys, I just think that Pereira can beat Magomed Ankalaev. That's my prediction. I think that fight with Jan Blachowicz, that fight between Ankalaev and Blachowicz, people forget, man. People forget about that fight, man. It went to a draw. Blachowicz almost beat Ankalaev. People forget, man. Where Blachowicz was just kicking the leg of Magomed Ankalaev over and over and over again and just slowing his ass down. He didn't even shoot that many takedowns on Jan Blachowicz. And people forget, man. People are saying that Magomed Ankalaev, he's going to promise that he's not going to wrestle. Oh, they always promise that they're not going to wrestle. And then first thing they do is shoot the takedown. Dude, if he's not shooting takedowns on Jan Blachowicz, and he says that he's going to keep it on the feet, like Khalil Rountree almost put out Pereira those first two rounds. He did rock him. Dude, maybe that's going to make Ankalaev a little more confident that he can beat Pereira on the feet, and maybe Pereira just chins him. I could see him chinning him. Like, if he doesn't get Alex out of there in the first three rounds, like, people are telling me that Magomed Ankalaev is going to win a decision against the guy who knocked out Israel Adesanya in round 5 and knocked out Khalil Rountree in round 4. Like, Ankalaev has to put Pereira away and submit it in order to win. And I honestly think that Alex Pereira's takedown defense and his work on bottom is underrated. He refused to get submitted by Jan Blachowicz, and that was in 2022. You know, that was when he was still a fucking rookie with only 4 or 5 fights. Now he's at a place where he's probably practicing takedown defense for every one of his fight camps. Like, I think that his takedown defense is going to be underrated against Ankalaev, who I've never seen as all that how to even put it, like, world class in terms of his takedown and submission ability. When was the last time he subbed somebody? When was the last time he finished somebody other than Walker with a fucking knee up the middle, on the ground? And when he hit a knee up the middle on Walker, like, he's not like a total pro on the ground. He's not finishing fools on the ground. He's not going to pull a fucking Islam where it's like, oh, he chinned Pereira and he's down and he immediately submitted him. Like, he's not a submission expert. Paul fucking Craig submitted Magomed Ankalaev on his back. So I think he could obviously keep Pereira down for a few rounds, but you're not going to keep him down there for long. He's going to get back up. He's going to get to that 3rd or 4th round, and then he's going to fucking destroy your calves and then chin you. I think that's just what's going to happen. So I think He's not the fucking kryptonite to Alex everybody's making him out to be. I just saw that rage on Dana White's Contender Series one, pretty funny. Yeah. But you got to see Cap versus Makayev. That's a good one as well. I agree. I think he beats Magomed. At this point, I think Pereira's just too good. You're not just going to win by leaning on him. As much as Batista wants to after his fight with Aldo. Fucking little tool. Coward. Motherfucker. Agreed 100% EPO freak, by the way. Agreed 100% Hank. Yeah. He's not just going to lay on Pereira and get himself the win. Come on. I think Pereira chins him. I think that Aspinall becomes undisputed champion by hook or by crook. And we could actually get Pereira versus Aspinall in the future. If Pereira clears out all the scary fighters in his division. I honestly think Ankalaev's the last one left. That's like a scary guy in his division. Maybe Rakic. But I think he still might beat Rakic and might beat Ankalaev. But I think after Ankalaev, the dude can just move up. And I think that Aspinall if he's undisputed heavyweight champion, I think he's going to want that Pereira fight. I think we might actually get an Aspinall versus Pereira super fight in the future. I hope so. Hope Tom doesn't fucking destroy his knee again, you know. Anyway, my last bit of MMA news I got for the troopers and grinders out there. Tom Aspinall, no. Fuck Tommy. Max Holloway crushed Ilia Topuria during their face-to-face interview from Brendan Fitzgerald, I believe, on ESPN. Calling him a fan and calling him out for buying his own BMF belt. Topuria even admitted that he actually liked Max. It looks like Holloway's in Topuria's head now. And it's as Kendrick Lamar once said, he a fan, 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 freaky ass bitch, and he's a 69 god. Hey, run for your life. But yeah, I did think that Holloway is gonna he smushed Ilia Topuria in the mental game. I mean, guys, was there one moment where Topuria was really in Max's head and you were like, oh man, Max didn't respond that well to Topuria's little joke there, or ooh, that tweet really got on Max's nerves? Like, you know, Holloway is the kind of guy who's like,
hey, we're gonna see Saturday night, baby. We're gonna see on October 25th.
I sound like Joe Rogan. People forget, man. But he's like,
yeah, we'll see Saturday night. What's the slip, brother? I am the heat. You're not gonna get in my head, baby. The Blessed Express is blessed and need the best, man. We're gonna see October 25th.
Like, you know, he's dealt with guys who are like shit talking. But have you ever seen like Holloway truly pissed off or like, shut up, man! Stop talking! I'll kill you, man! I'll get this with your mom, man! How could you? Like, we've never seen Holloway snap or freak out on a random ass comment from a fighter. He's like,
I am the heat, brother. Don't even worry, man. The Blessed Express is running into your station. I'm gonna knock you out, daddy.
Max Holloway doesn't get bothered that easily. Whereas he had a one-on-one interview with Topuria and basically called him a fucking nerd and someone who's trying to be a Conor McGregor wannabe and trying to buy his own little toys in order to make himself out to be a man. And Topuria was just like, it's true. I'm being a fucking faker. And I actually like you, Holloway, and I respect you. So, dude, all that shit talk and all those temper tantrums you heard from Topuria on Twitter to try to get under Max's skin, obviously they didn't work because all it took was fucking 30 minutes with Max, and now all of a sudden Topuria is like down on his fucking knees for him, practically singing his praises. And now he's got a fucking fan in Ilia Topuria. So Max Holloway just fucking Uno reverse carded Ilia Topuria to great effect. So, dude, that's even more of a reason why I'm going to pick Holloway against Topuria. On top of just, I think, being taller, has more range in what he can do. He literally learns moves from fucking video games. So he's going to pull out some random ass shit out of his bag of tricks against Ilia Topuria that I don't think he's going to be expecting. If I were Max Holloway, I would fucking train the head kick and fucking, feint the head kick over and over again and just fucking knock his ass out. Like Herbert Burns was able to do it. If I'm Max Holloway, why would you not, train head kicks? I think that Max Holloway's smart enough that he's going to, just like he did that little spinning body kick on Justin Gaethje, I think he's going to have good coaches that are going to tell him, dude, throw the head kick every once in a while. You're going to catch him flush. And I honestly think Ilya Tupuria thinks that he's going to be the best. He's the best boxer in the UFC, baby. He's the best boxer.
Oh my God! He slightly jabbed Calvin Cater one time. My God!
But I think that he's going to try to make it like a boxing match with Max. He's not going to allow that to be a boxing match. I think he's going to like try to kick the legs at Tupuria. He's going to kick to the body, kick to the head. I think he's going to be oh, you're a kickboxer now. Oh, you're a kickboxer now against Ilya Tupuria. I think he's going to catch him with something big. And dude, and it's not even a matter of, oh, well, you know, Tupuria's going to survive and then Max is going to be in deep trouble. Max is hitting guys with blows that make him fucking tired for the rest of the fight. I honestly think Ilya has a bigger chance of gassing out for 5 rounds. Going to be largely Max's fight, just like it was with Gaethje for most of that thing. So, yeah, he destroyed him psychologically. I think he's going to destroy him physically in the fight. No Jones. Going to help all those fucking homeless people out there. By the way, guys, I subscribe to the theory that Jon Jones is gay. Guru made me a convert. I gotta give my shout out to the Guru for that shit. So again, like, you know, people are gonna, and especially skatesmen, just as a summary for what just happened. It hasn't just happened, it's been a while. But skatesman always is critiquing me or doing little jabs at me for being a fan of the MMA Guru. Dude, if you're the guy who exposed Jon Jones as gay, of course I'm gonna fucking respect you and be a fan of you. Like, if no one else is saying it but you, and you're figuring out all the info. Apparently, that shit with the comedy club was out. It was around. Nobody was fucking posting that shit. But then his fucking fans convinced him to actually make the video and expose him. So he's got the fucking balls of steel to do it. And he exposed Nina Drama as well. You know, I used to respect Nina Drama, especially for those Sean Strickland interviews. You know, I thought that she was going along with the punches and she could actually be, you know, sort of a hardcore alternative like to MMA journalism, where it's like, oh, how happy are you to be in New York? Oh man, your opponent said that you'd lose, but you said that you were going to win. What does a win mean for you at this point in your career? You know, it's just pathetic. Nina Drama was actually asking some fucking crazy questions every once in a while, getting insane, you know, asking stupid questions, getting stupid answers back. And she got those with Strickland a lot and made me a fan of Strickland through those interviews. So in a way, I have to respect her for bringing the best out of Sean, her worst sometimes, out of Sean Strickland, as we saw in that Guru video. But I just think that she has really like turned into a biznatch as of late, with just how petty she is and emotional and lashing out at people. And you know, I liked her interview with Aldo, but like, the fact that she almost made Aspinall, of all people, the fucking wholesome guy Aspinall, look bad. Like, yeah, she's just sort of bad news at this point. I think she's really starting to make things personal with other MMA journalists. And I think she had this coming. If you start taking shots at MMA journalists, eventually you're going to find one that's going to have some fucking details on you. Expose that shit. That's what happened with the MMA Guru when you poke the bear too many fucking times. So she had it fucking coming. Holloway hurt my boy Cater. Yeah, he did. Well, he's your boy because he's from Boston. He's from the eastern area of the United States. So obviously he was your boy for sure. But God, it's been just such a long time since we've seen a good performance from Calvin Cater. Feels like a fucking eternity. And it's just sad because I think Cater's going to be remembered as the guy that Max Holloway beat up and not the fucking slugger that was putting out fools cold and destroyed the GOAT. Jeremy Stevens. When he knocks out people, they don't fucking move. Yeah, of course they don't. You knock them out, you fucking dumbass. You put them out cold. Of course they don't fucking move, dumbass. Who the fuck is that guy? And that's now Cater. It's who the fuck is Calvin Cater? It's sad, man. Word is she got that jam. Yeah, she got the Meredith Brown treatment. Oh, right up the ass, you know. Got that Shama treatment, Guru's based for going after her. She deserves it. Yeah, she's been emotional, sensitive prick. So, Boston, botched. Hey, I'm gonna fucking brawl like Boston. Trust. New England cartel. Yeah. It's interesting with the New England cartel. A lot of those guys seem to be losing once they get into the UFC. This is some advice for you in the grand before I sign off, because I think I've hit the mark where I need to sign off. Try to fix up the New England cartel, man. Make sure that once you actually have some fighters in there that are good prospects, give them some challenges so that they can win a few fights in the UFC. Seems like there are just so many guys here who are decent, in the regionals and get fed a few good tin cans. And then once they're in the UFC, they get fucking exposed. You got to give the New England cartel boys some competition so that they can actually represent New England well once they're on the big stage. Anyway, that's my last bit I got for you guys. Hope you've enjoyed this, because my throat didn't. My throat definitely did not enjoy this, but Hank the Tank, my own brain, I did enjoy this. This was a good time, a fucking crazy time. And even if I didn't get a raid, it's a great time to be with you, SkateTank fucking crew. I don't care if it's 30 people, 40 people. I don't care if it's fucking one person. And let me tell you guys, I have dealt with one person. During my fight companions, guys, I have had like at most 1 or 2 people sometimes in my fight companions, and I don't give a shit because I just love talking about MMA. I could talk into a fucking mirror like Narcissus, and I could try to make it entertaining. But fact that there's even 8 of you, it is a pleasure for me to do this for you guys. No diddy. To give you 2 hours of entertainment, I wouldn't give it away for the world. So it is a privilege for me to do this for you guys. Respect. None of them quit. They didn't quit, but they just had tough performances, unfortunately. I respect you, Gray Shirt. Thank you so much for doing what you do, man, and making Guru's channel grow, because he is the chosen one. He's and I'll get to my fucking outro. He is the Nas in that he's like, and Kendrick, and he's like a fucking truth teller, and he's exposing the seedy corruption of MMA and sifting through all the fucking bullshit. So I appreciate that, man. And I think I'm gonna sign off, guys, because I'm getting a little tired now. But let me pull up one last thing for you guys on my way out. And I know a few of you are gonna like this one. Here we go. All right. No, it's not fucking Billy Joel. There we go. All right, yeah. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I'm ready to go. Ready to do my little outro. Making a fortune, yes, sir. You got to check out Space Ice. You have a similar voice at times when you do a certain impersonation. Good night, y'all. Great live tonight. Thank you very much, Rob's neighbor. And until we meet again, troopers and grinders, you have escaped the war zone. For now. It's like the game ain't the same. Got younger people pulling the triggers, bringing fame to their name. Claim some corners, cruise without guns or goners. In broad daylight, stick up kids, they running up on us. 4 5s engages, max in fact. Same people will catch a back-to-back, snatching your cracks in black. There was a snitch on the block getting people knocked. And hold your stash till the coke price drop. I know this crackhead who said she's got to smoke nice rock, and if it's good, she'll bring you customers and measuring pots. But yo, you gotta slide on a vacation, inside information to keep large people erasing in their wife's basin. It drops deep as it does in my breath. I never sleep, cause sleep is the cousin of death. Word to your mother.